the ends of the earth, would you follow me? When have you won't, I must say my goodbyes to thee.
Really, my lifelong reading about polar exploration, and specifically about Ernest Shackleton, to think about the suffering and the humanity of what they went through, and to be physically there, to be skiing on the glaciers and to be climbing up the mountains that Shackleton and his team did was really, it was really quite an emotional experience.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we have a very special episode. You can see, okay, I'm dressed for the occasion. And that's because I look at Colorado River. That's scary to me. I mean, that's really low in some areas. I see some pictures of it. It looks like it's just like a little stream in some spots. And there's all kinds of states trying to poach into that water. You sounded a little bit more hopeful than me, maybe even a lot. I don't know. Do you feel hopeful about that situation?
Well, the Colorado River is supplying all this water to millions, tens of millions of people in the desert Southwest, all the way to California, for then 6 other states. And then the electricity generation out of Lake Mead is the main power supply for much of the West as well. So it's so critically important with a drought that's been going on for a couple of decades, those water levels coming down. It's really affecting a lot. And from a planning and policy and just overall discourse perspective, to your point, we're finally gaining some real traction at the general public at large level, in government and in the private sector, and just in conversation about the criticality of the water supply here in the West.
But what I want you people to concentrate on is ambition, balance, and commitment, with a serious focus on balance, because that's what Peter has really demonstrated today.
Having that balance and kind of, in a way, in a paradoxical way, dialing it back, because like I say this to friends in daily life all the time, you got to slow down to speed up. And you don't really think about it that way, but by kind of bringing it down a bit actually gives the ability to kind of have that durability for the long haul.
ABC is kind of interesting because we use it at Jazz for Peace. We grow something called an empowerment tree. And basically, there are 3 steps that the organization must do to help us plant the roots. Our motto is help us plant the roots so we can grow your empowerment tree. So the organization will help us plant the roots in 3, and it's on that Pay It Forward link if anybody wants to see it. The Red Cross, I use as an example. I showed up to a board meeting and they had already followed our 3 steps. But basically, the first step is a comment, a simple comment that represents a seedling. You know, it falls down. There's a million seedlings that don't grow into trees, a million comments that don't. But we're going to try to make a tree out of that comment that they gave us. So what do? We put that into something that they can share with board members, people, or whatever. Letter B is just the comments of their periphery. You know, then letter C is the expansion of those comments, which they get from maybe the people they play bowling with or whatever. They start sharing it. Hey, what about this? What do we got? Now we have a full set of roots, and with roots, you can grow a tree. But Jazz for Peace provides a way for those who have the will. But you do have to have the will, because otherwise I'd be chasing you off a cliff, and me and Peter ski off enough cliffs as it is in the Wasatch. Believe me when I tell you that. Now, to bring all this back full circle, your leadership skills now.